Good afternoon, everyone. Tractorman 44 here. I don't know how you guys are, but sometimes I have a tendency to tear up things when I get off in the woods with my old truck. Of course, I got a flatbed on it. You know, it didn't come on it. You just have a regular pickup bed, but I put a flatbed on a number of years back. Built it up a little bit heavy, put some heavy overload and stuff like that on it. But I got me a nice 6-inch channel iron bumper, you know, for the back end, and got me a reset, you know, that I put in the back there, and I've been having a heck of a time the last several years, you know, knocking backup lights off. You know, they're cheap to begin with, unless you buy really expensive ones, and I don't want to do that and knock them off too. So I kind of come up with something that I'm hoping it's going to be a little more substantial. So let me get the camera adjusted here. I'm going to show you what I got and what I did and how come I done it. It's going to take me a second to make sure that what I'm doing, I'm holding in the camera. But at any rate, what you're seeing here is a piece of 5-inch black iron pipe, just plain old standard boiler piping, steam, hot water, whatever. In some cases, even possibly low pressure gas pipe. But at any rate, Schedule 40 black iron pipe. And then I had these 35 watt 4-inch light bulbs off of, I believe, a wheel horse riding lawnmower. So of course the 4-inch wouldn't fit this, but inside these Optronics rubbers, they would if I shaved a little bit out of the inside. So I chucked this up into the lathe in there, and I milled out just a little bit inside there, just enough to accept that rubber. And then I made it to where that light bulb will recess down in the center of that, you know, to give it a little bit of protection. Because sometimes you're off in the woods, you know, you're backing over stumps and stuff, you know, or there's always twigs and branches and things like that sticking out. And picking up old tractors and things like that, you know, sometimes you just back right into stuff. You know, there's always that unforeseen tongue of some other implement or something sitting out there that just kind of snakes its way in there above your bumper and knocks out your backup lights. Well, hopefully I'm going to solve that. So anyway, show you how this is going to work, or how my perception is of it working. Inside this rubber grommet, you know, just pop these guys in. They're real simple to put in. And this, I'll put a little lubricant on it, you know, where it'll slide in a little bit better. Just a little bit of thin film of WD-40 or something like that. They just slide right in there. But bear in mind, whenever I do install them on a truck, they're going to be nice and neat. They're not going to be crooked like I might do here. But anyway, you kind of get an idea. I got them recessed in there about a good inch to where it's going to have to take a dead hit in order for it to do any damage. Whenever I do put them on, it's going to mount horizontally this way. But I'll make sure the bulbs are straight up and down. I'll make sure the verbiage on the Optronics grommet, you know, is straight up and down, kind of oriented, just nice and neat, you know. But that should be all right. And then what I've done to give me some adjustments on it, because it is going to mount on a vertical bracket I welded onto the bumper, I needed to have adjustment this way and adjustment this way so that I can angle the two backup lights, you know, to get my the pattern of light that I want when I'm backing into the trailer, into the shed, or backing in somebody's driveway to hook up something, you know. So anyway, I took a piece of, I think this was a 2.5-inch black iron pipe, cut it in half, and then kind of arched it, you know, arched it a little bit, you know, kind of ground it to where it would fit the contour of that, the outer circumference of that 5-inch pipe, and welded that in place. And then I took a piece of 2-inch pipe, cut it in half, and slotted, well, before I welded that on, I slotted this in the middle for like a 1/2-inch bolt. So I slotted that and then cut this 1/2-inch pipe, and then with that slot, it'll go like this. With it mounting on this grade 8 bolt, I'll be able to get my adjustment this way, and then lock it down with the grade 8 bolt. You can really put the tightness to it. You don't have to worry about breaking anything. And I have lock washers on it, and I got a aircraft nut on the inside where ain't nothing going to come loose once I latch it down. With, you know, 110 pounds of torque or something on a 1/2-inch bolt. And then of course I will have adjustment this way. So I think it's going to work out really nice. Then what I'm going to do to seal this, to make sure water doesn't get in it, there's an industrial sealant called Vulkem, V-U-L-K-E-M. It's an industrial sealant we use quite a lot. I'll put a thin bead of that around here, and that will just waterproof that, and it will hold it in place so tight you have to literally cut it out with a razor blade whenever a light bulb goes out. And then on the back side, you can see it's just wide open. I'll drill a hole in here and I put me a grommet, string relief, and then a waterproof grommet out the back, pull my wires out to where they won't do any damage to the wires with the vibration, all that stuff. And then I took a piece of 1/4 inch rubber, cut it with my pocket knife, and I trimmed that down to where it's going to fit right inside there, similar to what I did on the front. And I'll recess that in there just a little bit. Again, I'll make it nice and neat whenever the final installation on the truck. But at least you got the idea. I'll pop that in there about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch or so, and then I'll take that Vulcum and I'll put a bead of Vulcum all the way around that, smooth that all out, and it'll just be as waterproof as could be. It'll be secure, and there should be no problem with it doing what I want it to do. And again, this is going to mount horizontally on the right-hand side. This will mount horizontally on the left-hand side, and I'll be able to adjust them whatever I want in order to get my my light pattern. So at any rate, I do apologize. I've done this far enough in the past before I started doing videos and everything, so I don't have any videos of whenever I was doing that. It's kind of silly. It was a project I did, I guess sometime late last winter, a year ago, and just kind of sit on the back burner because I had a few other things, to do in the meantime. But now that it's staying daylight real late in the night and I don't need them, I figured it was time for me to go ahead and finish them up. But at any rate, I will do a video whenever I do install them on the truck and kind of show you, how they're going to work. At least I hope it turns out halfway decent. But anyway, for now, that's about it, man. That's about all I got. It's Tractor Man 44, and I think I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat supper, man.